What if I told you that Walmart now has a Schwinn 29er with proper frame geometry, a WTB wheel set, and mountain bike width handlebars that are actually usable, and that is not even the key selling feature of the bike? You might say that I've got my eye in the sky. Actually, I've got my eye on the Schwinn Santis 29. Bikes from Walmart have been progressively getting better, and the Santis is an example of how far these bikes have come. But Walmart somehow always manages to take just enough shortcuts. They tend to sabotage what would otherwise be outstanding and affordable bikes. When I found out about the Schwinn Santis and found out that it came equipped with hydraulic disc brakes and that the bike sells for $299, I expected a Schwinn Boundary with hydraulic disc brakes. I think the Boundary's an okay bike, but it's not for hammering away on trails. Can the Santis up the game and for only $100 more get you a proper trail bike? The frame, brakes, wheels, bars, they all say yes. Even the 24-speed gear set and the silicone foam grips point to a Walmart bike that's certainly leaning in the right direction. The headset on the Santis is threadless, but some may be put off by the straight steerer. For me, that's just fine at this price point, though a taper would certainly have been welcome. So far so good, but the zoom fork is the first shortcut that I see. It has no preload adjustment, and though the stanchions are unexpectedly fat, looks to have limited travel. The frame though, they got that part right. It's hydroformed aluminum, and though this bike has a large frame like the Boundary at around 19 inches, managed to shed some comparative weight. The Santis weighs in at roughly 35 pounds. This frame is curvy, and the metallic gray paint is accented with honeycomb graphics that carry over onto the seat post and to the handlebars. The saddle is nothing flashy, but it is sufficiently usable. And pleasantly, unlike many other big box 29ers, the Santis is well enough engineered that the front tire doesn't hit your feet when you make sharp turns. But Schwinn did reuse the same stamped and riveted low-end Shimano 3x crankset, and that's a shame, but at least they used a tourney derailleur for shifting through those riveted gears. The 8 gears in the rear also shifted with a tourney. The Tourney TX, not the cheaper TZ we sometimes see. And unsurprisingly, they equipped the Santis with a kickstand. With the exception of the Trek G2 geometry, I'm generally not all that confident on 29ers. I don't like the high-up monster truck feel, and the Santis is no exception. But it does accelerate and climb as decently as any other 35-pound 8-speed bike I've ridden. As you may have already spotted, it is a bit on the noisy side, both the front and the rear, which is surprising because it doesn't feel like it sounds, especially in the front. I know that zoom fork is bottoming out on even the smallest of bumps, but it does so with noise, not with a jolt. The standout feature on the Santis, at least for marketing, is the hydraulic disc brakes. These are generic hydraulics. I haven't researched enough to find out what they are or a copy of, but aside from the first few stops, they've been acceptably smooth. They aren't as smooth as the Shimano hydraulics on my Excalibur 8, but they are comparable to the Pro Max on some of my other bikes. On the packed and flowy sections of the trail, the Santis is pleasantly at home, and for the money, in my opinion, it makes a great bike for trails with few obstacles and a smooth surface. The 24 available speeds offer a variety of gear choices, but I work the entire trail on about 8. It's not the best range, and it can be tiring on climbs, but it is usable. Usability as a trail bike is further increased by geometry that allows sharp turning while navigating less flowy trails. While I wouldn't recommend the Santis as a full-on mountain bike, aside from noise, the bike, at least on the trail, offered no real signs that it couldn't take what I was asking it to do. Admittedly, I wasn't pushing it hard, but that's mostly because of the disconcerting noises. One area that did stand out and gain my attention is traction. I guess I got blinded by the name, but those 2.25-inch WTB tires, Starflights, they're great on packed trails. But anything, even a few pebbles, can lead to unexpected slides. This is the part of the trail I normally tear through, but I lost confidence after a few unexpected lateral tire movements. Nothing that put me in danger, but just enough to get my attention. But on the road, let me say this. If you want a mountain bike look and the ability to ride on light trails, but you spend most of your time using the bike for riding streets, the Santis and those WTB Starflights are a great combo. It's smooth, quiet, and there's surprisingly low rolling resistance on the road. This seems to be the market direction for the Santis. It even reflects that in Walmart's hang tags. Light trails, casual riding. To me, the Santis is a step in the right direction. Walmart dictates the components they want on a bike, and they typically take shortcuts to keep costs low. But the shortcuts are, at least on the Santis, getting a little shorter. On this bike, this is how I see the shortcuts. Now remember, this is called a mountain bike, so why give it good mountain bike wide bars, but keep the diameter small like a hybrid? And that zoom fork, why not equip this bike with a Suntour XCM, which I've seen on big box bikes in this price range. I measured this zoom's travel at 60 millimeters. And why, for a bike at this price range, is it not equipped with a quick release on the rear wheel? Now let's talk derailleurs. The Tourney is starting to appear on $150 big box bikes, so why not up the game for the Santis and include something one step up on the Shimano line? Even if that adds $30 to the cost of the bike, it would be worth it, because there are quite a few things to like about this bike, like those hydraulic disc brakes. Even though they're generic, they work well, so just a few better components could potentially make this bike be the breakout Walmart bike. All that said, it is nice to see hydraulic brakes trickle down to bikes under $300. So what do you think about the Schwinn Santis? And would you ever buy a $300 Walmart bike? Be sure to drop a note in the comments section to let me know. And don't forget to check out KevCentral.com and to check the KevCentral YouTube community tab regularly. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching and have a great day.